Speaking of which, would you class Alien as a slasher?
I've seen Alien described as like a haunted house movie in space.
Okay, that's interesting.
But would it be in the slasher? Because it's that the woman survives. Well, a woman survives because there were two women.
But I think the thing with the slasher is we have to go back to the human avatar of the monster. And in Alien, this is very much an alien monster. There are definitely some there's definitely some crossover with tropes, and there's some crossover with aesthetics, but by and large, I couldn't make the case for Alien being a slasher film. Not in the way that you could. There's an argument for the Terminator as a slasher film in disguise, which is a very compelling argument. I mean, obviously, it's not a slasher, but certainly when the slasher films were at their commercial peak, there's so much structurally and in terms of the tropes that films like The Terminator and Predator do share with a Friday the 13th or a Burning or any of those kinds of films. I mean, it's even got the POV thing of, it's infrared vision is like the POV. There's also that conflation of sex equals death, where he's gone back in time to kill somebody to stop them essentially having sex so that they don't have this child that,
But he also kills the couple, Sarah Connor's roommate and her boyfriend having sex just after.
Yeah, exactly. And the slasher will kill anybody who gets in their way. So even though, he's a cyborg from the future and he's got a more specific motivation for what he's doing, there isn't a whole lot separating him from a Jason Voorhees or a Michael Myers when you actually do a little bit of digging.
Yeah. Going back to Alien, it does have some elements of slasher, but I don't think it has enough there to really prove that it is a slasher. Like, obviously, you've got the tropes like the dumb teenagers. That's not in the film. I think the crew in Alien were a bit smarter than, the dumb teenager kind of trope.
Yeah, the dumbest thing is...
I do agree with Elliott about the human thing, though. That I think that's also something that's important in slasher. I think it's. I do agree with Elliott that I think it's more of a haunted house kind of film in space. Yeah, you could say the same thing about Predator, I guess, as well, without making the reference to Alien versus Predator. But yeah,
because it's like set in the woods or the jungle. Friday the 13th is set in the woods, and it's more of a bipedal species, so it connects more as a human.
What you're saying, what I'm hearing, is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is the sexiest final girl of all time.
Yes, Arnold. We love you, Arnold.
Oh.
Come on our podcast.